Everyone to Richmond Valley Council's September Ordinary Meeting 2025. I'll open the meeting with acknowledgement of country. Richmond Valley Council recognise the people of the Bundjalung Nations as custodians and traditional owners of this land, and we value and appreciate the continuing culture, connection to lands, their living culture and their unique role in the life of this region in the past, present and future. Mr General Manager, read the prayer please.
Dear Lord, we meet to serve our Richmond Valley community, to use our resources wisely and well, to represent all members of our community fairly, to make decisions that promote the common good. We recognise our responsibility to the past and the future, and the rights and needs of both individuals and community. As trusted servants, we seek blessings on our deliberations and on our efforts here today. May we act wisely and well. Amen.
Amen. Mr General Manager, believe there's has been no request for public access?
No, none received this month.
Thank you. Item 4, apologies. Everyone is present. However, I need a motion that Council approve Councillor Lyndall Murray's attendance via an audio-visual link at the 16th September 2025 ordinary meeting due to personal commitments, meaning she is absent from the area. Could I get a mover, please? Councillor Morrissey and a seconder?
Second.
Councillor Hayes. Any debate on that? Councillor Walker.
Just a question, Mr Mayor. In the draft Code of Meeting Practices before us, could the General Manager explain what changes, if we adopt it, for people who want to come in by audio-visual link?
Mr General Manager.
Thanks for the question, Councillor Walker. My understanding on the read of the code that I've had is that in this scenario, Councillor Murray won't be able to attend. It will be only for, off the top of my head, if someone is unwell, able to participate but unwell, therefore not being able to be in the room, or if they have urgent carer responsibilities, I think is the terminology. So it will change the ability for a councillor to attend a council meeting should they be out of the area, say for work commitments or other personal commitments. So that will be restricted.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I thought it was important to clarify that.
Thank you, and I think that new model code of meeting practice needs to be adopted by the end of the year. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we'll be workshopping with you in October. It'll go to the council meeting and needs to go out for public consultation for 28 days. So there needs to be a 42-day period for submissions. So we need to have it adopted by the 31st of December. So we'll work through that process and therefore the result will be that the new code will come into application in our first meeting in 2026, which at this stage will be our February meeting.
Thank you. Any other speakers? Right to reply, Councillor Morrison?
No, thanks, Mr Mayor.
I'll put that motion. All those in favour? Welcome to the meeting, Councillor Murray. I'd also like to take the opportunity to say that I have much pleasure in welcoming Director Kao to the Richmond Valley Council as the Director of Planning Sustainable Communities role. So welcome, Dana, and I hope you'll stay here as beneficial not only to you but also to our ratepayers and our organisation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr Mayor.
Item 5, mayoral minute, nil. Over the page to item 6, confirmation of the minutes. I can get a mover for the accuracy of those, please.
Move that way.
Councillor Humphries and seconder, Councillor Morrissey. Does everyone agree with the accuracy of the minutes? Put that motion and all those in favour. Carried. Item 7, matters arising out of the minutes. Has any councillor got any matters arising? Put that motion and all those in favour. Councillor Hayes, you in favour? Thank you. Carried. Declaration of interest. Mr General Manager, have you received any declarations?
No, I haven't received any.
Has any councillors got any declarations? Move on. Petitions nil. Notice of motion nil. Next item is on page 8. It's a mayor's attendance report. I'll move that. Can I get a seconder, please?
I'll second it.
Councillor Morrissey. Any questions arising out of that? Put that motion in. All those in favour? Carried. Page 9, delegates' reports. There's one delegate's report there from Rouse County Council. I'll get a mover.
Move that way.
I'll second. Questions out of that report? Put that motion in. All those in favour? Carried. Item 13 on page 10, matters determined without debate. Has any councillors got any items they'd like to call?
Mr
Councillor
Mayor,
Walker.
16.2 and 16.3.
Is any other councillors?
15.1 and 15.2, please, Mr Mayor.
Any other items to be called? So I believe now I need a motion for 16.1 and 17.1, is it?
Correct.
I'll move that, Mr Mayor.
Councillor Morrissey, and a seconder.
Second.
Councillor Humphries. Put that motion. All those in favour? Carried. We'll now move to item 15.1 on page 11. Councillor Morrissey.
Yes, Mr Mayor, just with a planning matter, I'll just move the recommendation as it is. Thank you.
A seconder. Councillor Walker. Any other debate? Right, a reply?
No, thanks, Mr Mayor.
I'll put that motion in. All those in favour? Carried. 15.2 on page 13. Councillor Morrissey, you call this?
Yeah, just another planning matter, Mr Mayor. I'll just move the recommendation and thank Director Kao for the report.
Moving?
Sorry.
Moving.
I'll second.
Councillor Hayes. Any other debate? Right, a reply?
No, thanks, Mr Mayor.
Put that motion in. All those in favour? I believe that takes us now to item 16.2 on page 19. Councillor Walker.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Mr Mayor, I'll move the recommendation.
Second.
Sorry, I missed the seconder. Councillor Humphries. Councillor Walker.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Mr Mayor, I just wanted to highlight this report and the importance of drainage in the local government area. Most of us are stopped by people at various times about the state of our drainage systems, particularly our urban drainage, and I think this paper and the recommendations are a very important step for the council, and I'd rather it be brought to the attention of the public rather than just gone through. The drainage plan items that are included in the report are varied, and a lot of them, and they will go a long way to starting the process of addressing a lot of the drainage issues that people face. And as we know, $500,000 extra was put into this year's budget to achieve some inroads into the drainage issues. But it's only 1 year at this stage, and therefore not only do I support the items listed in the plan, there are many other items that were listed in some of the other plans we saw, and that leads to the importance of part 2 of the recommendation, which is really looking beyond this first year into how we can sustain investment in drainage going forward, whether that needs budget approvals, levies, variations to stormwater rates or whatever. the staff will bring forward a report on that. But I think it is a very big issue. It is a very big issue for the people who live in our local government area. I commend the council for the allocation of the additional funds. I commend the report and the recommendations, and particularly the projects that are being brought forward. And I think it's important that we as a council actually look at funding sources for the future for drainage, because this cannot be a one-year effort. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Second, Councillor Humphries.
Yes, thanks very much. And certainly it is a very thorough report, and there are so many, the new areas are of particular interest and concern. I support the recommendation as written and have no hesitation in supporting the adoption of the Draft Drainage Plan 2530, and the plan, as Councillor Walker was saying, it outlines the proposed priority projects, and it also identifies future needs, including the budget priorities that are listed in the report. The report lays bare the financial burden associated with council stormwater infrastructure renewals and capital improvements. And based on the current asset register, there's 2.36 kilometres of stormwater conduit has failed and must be replaced. There's 4.06 kilometres in poor condition and requires major renewal. Following the extensive work using the visual inspections for increased accuracy and reliability, 17.2 kilometres out of our 83.5 kilometres were recently inspected using the CCTV and revealed that significant sections are in failed or poor condition, with a maintenance figure yet to be determined and many kilometres yet to be inspected. The current budget allocation to the stormwater renewals and unchanged stormwater service levy are always of concern. However, they've been elevated to a new level in the light of the results of the new investigations. The revenue for council's stormwater program is, as most know, funded by the Stormwater Services Levy, and that's capped under the 2006 local government regulation. It generates $208,527 or thereabouts each year to manage new and upgraded stormwater infrastructure across the entire Richmond Valley Council area. The figures associated with the capital improvements projects include the casino stormwater study, which estimates between 6.5 million and 7.29 million for mitigation works. Similar pressures are emerging, as we know, in Corrocky, Broadwater, Woodburn and Evans Head, where drainage studies are about to commence. Also reported there's a collapsed pipe at Kirkland Court, estimated at $750,000, and a yet to be determined amount for the work on Ocean Drive. Considering a special rate variation or any fee increase isn't usually popular. However, the reality is that council stormwater and infrastructure renewals and capital improvements are in dire need of a substantial financial boost. It may well be a combination of grant funding, special rate variation and developer contributions as outlined in the report. Should the motion be carried, I look forward to a further report to council on the funding options at a meeting in the future. Thank you.
Is there any other speakers? Councillor Hayes.
Yeah, the recommendation, part 2, is important for our future, and I can't see a special rate variation, a levy for stormwater, catching up for the $10 million we basically need to catch up, and that's just a round figure after listening to Councillor Humphries. But $10 million thrown at the stormwater now would be ideal, and that levy would then be used for ongoing maintenance and keep them up to a standard. So the ideal solution is to find $10 million, out of our reserves maybe, and spend it. Don't look so sad. You're right.
I don't know what reserve $10 million is going to come out of. A lot of it's tied money. Any other speakers?
Excuse me, Mr Mayor, I do have a question. I noted in the report that it said that there was no funding identified to continue the CCTV inspections. Is there a thought process about how that may be able to continue given the success and the quality of the assessments, the inspections.
Mr General Manager.
I'll let Director Zeller comment on that. Thanks.
Through you, Mr Mayor. In short, it would be a service level decision. So we would have to find that in a current operational budget. There's rarely grant funding available for that type of operational process. So unfortunately, we'd probably have to look inwards to if we wanted to expand that inspection program.
Thank you.
Any other speakers? I'd just like to congratulate the staff on this report. Looking forward to the future. This project's identified right through the 29-30 financial year, and just to take up on the new process of inspecting the asset, stormwater asset, rather than just looking at the calculate being based on age and material used. I think the going on site and visually inspecting, it does give an accurate and reliable outcome, and this report proves that. So well done to the staff, and I 100% support the recommendation. Any other speakers? Councillor Walker, right of reply.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. We simply can't continue with the normal 160,000 or thereabout allocation to this item, which has been the tradition. We must invest in drainage infrastructure, and I think we all support that, which is great. We have to find a way. I don't think there's any way of missing out on this. We have to find a way to get this done, and I look forward to the report coming in the near future. Mr Mayor, thank you.
Thank you. That closes the debate. I'll put that motion. All those in favour? Carried. Councillor Walker?
Thank you.
No, I was asking, I don't think you put your hand up when I said...
Sorry.
Thank you. It's unanimous. Councillor Walker, 16.3.
Yeah, thank you, Mr Mayor. I'll move the recommendation as printed.
Yeah, second.
Who seconded that? Cornish, thank you. Councillor Walker.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Mr Mayor, whilst moving the motion and supporting what's in it, I really need to raise my overall concern about the project. The Casino Industrial Activation Project worries me, and I'll have more to say, and have had more to say in our closed sessions. But this has a feeling to me of a project that could get out of hand in terms of its cost. We've already spent publicly $13.5 million. This is a further expenditure. That doesn't get us the industrial estate. And it worries me that it's one of those projects that doesn't have a final estimate on it. It doesn't have a really known end result. And the production of industrial land, whilst is clearly needed for the future, is coming onto the market, or will come onto the market in a time when things are pretty tough and there's not that many people seeking those industrial lots. So as a project, it worries me, but I know we've started, I know we're into it, and I understand the reasons why we have to look at this land acquisition, but I wanted to put on the record my concern about the project. Thank you, Mr Mayor.
Thank you. Councillor Cornish, the seconder. Any other speakers? I'll just touch on a couple of issues that you raised. You're right, there is a shortage of industrial land. It is hard times for development, but the JO recently done a study on industrial land across the area, and there's a huge shortage everywhere, especially at land that is priced right. If you get over in those coastal areas, industrial land is very expensive, and a lot of businesses can't start there. I think if we take advantage now of developing this land, when the economy improves, we'll be sitting front and centre to take advantage of that. Many years ago, Ballina bought a lot of land and developed it as residential, the council. and that was a legacy for decades for that council down there. The rates were kept low because they could live off those blocks of land and help their budgets. Currently, that land is running out and they're going for a special rate variation. So I think there's benefits for the future for our community as a whole if we can get set up to make ourselves a regional growth area. We have been identified as a, can't think of the right word, regional job precinct. And I think the state government would expect a regional job precinct area to have abundance of industrial land for future development. And I 100% support this recommendation. Any other speakers?
I was going to bring this up in closed, council, but I'm just a little bit like John, a bit worried about the cost that could blow out. I'd like to see in our budgets going forward and our financial summary of what's going on out there, some figures in there for land holding costs over a period of time. You know, if we get caught with 3/4 of the blocks of land, what it's going to cost us to hold them for a couple of years if we have to, so that we can project forward what might happen. I know there's a lot of scenarios. The land could go up in value, could drop in value. Commercial building costs at the moment are skyrocketed, so it's going to hold it back for a while. So I think we're going to be stuck with these lots of land for longer than what we think. And I think we need to make sure that we have, you know, a plan B to cover the costs, the holding costs of that land.
Any other speakers? Right of reply, councillor.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Mr Mayor, so there's no misunderstanding, I am a supporter of council investing in residential and industrial land. I think Settlers Estate was one of the best things this council did, and it was the right amount of residential land, and it'd be great to see something like that happen again, for example, rather than perhaps the Fairy Hill option. I was involved in the Reynolds Road purchase. I understand it, I support it. But there's something about this project that worries me because it almost feels bottomless. And when you look at the land and see how wet it is, see the amount of drainage got to go on it, landfill, the balance of the road, the unknowns in getting that connection through to Spring Grove Road, it just worries me. And I just exercise caution as we move through the project to make sure that we keep the balance of income and expenditure around the project to make sure our business cases are strong, our ROIs are strong, because sometimes you get caught up in a project and you keep going. And you just keep going because you're that far in. And I just raise the flag. That's my sole point. As to investment, I'm all for it. And I'd really appreciate, Mr Mayor, even seeing that JO study, if it's available to other people to understand a little bit more about what it's saying. Thank you.
Thank you. That closed the debate. I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Unanimous. Moving on now. Um, 17's out. Item 18 on page 37, general business is nil. Matters for information on page 38. Could I get a mover, please?
I'll move it to me.
Councillor Morrissey. Seconder.
Yeah, I'll second.
Councillor Hayes. Councillor Morrissey.
Through you, Mr Mayor, I'll just make a comment on the 19.1, the last paragraph just above the attachments on page 38. Everybody's probably read it, but I'd just like to point it out that the library remains a widely utilised, inclusive and welcoming space in our community, positively affecting many lives and offering programs for all ages. Whether it's offering resources for personal growth, educational programs, or just a comfortable place to read and reflect, the library plays a significant part in enhancing our community's well-being. Just wanted to point that out. Everybody's probably read it, but...
Any other speakers? Councillor Walker.
Just a question, Mr Mayor. The extension that's being built at the moment onto the library, could the General Manager inform us of its intended use and finish date?
Mr General Manager.
Its intended use, my understanding, is in meeting rooms. So 2 meeting rooms. Director Gator or Director Zeller, as far as finish time. I know it's close, but they're extended. So the meeting rooms, they are a grant that we were successful as part of the annual library grants program. We were successful, not the round just gone, the one before. So it's 2 meeting rooms. As far as a finish date, I know it's close. I don't know whether either director has any further to add.
I was just looking up our database. If you can pad me for another 15 seconds.
It is imminent, is my understanding. It's close.
It's close.
I think it's just internal fit out. It was identified as an opportunity under that grant program, and I'm sure when it's finished, we'll have an appropriate opening event. The library does that well, so we'll certainly let you know.
I think I've seen some tradesmen painters coming out of there the other day.
Director Zeller's got
a
message.
They're not
for
far off if they're painting. I'm sure it was painters.
Per our project management module, it is on track for completion by the 30th of September.
Just received an email from our library manager, 3 weeks.
And while I'm just on that, the actual annual report is on page 35 of our attachment, and it's I'd just like to congratulate them on the quality of that report. It's bright and beautiful colours and pictures and a lot of information. And items in physical collection was 50,000. Items purchased over 5,000. Donated items that were added 769. So it's a very, as Councillor Morrissey said, it's a very well used resource for not only our community but also for the Upper Richmond, Kyogle, and Upper Clarence. And I'd also like to touch on the mobile library. I think that's a wonderful service for our communities, all our council areas. So, Mr General Manager, could you pass on our congratulations to the library?
Absolutely, Mr Mayor. And I just found some more answers in the annual report, which is a good thing that the annual report is on the money, but our casino and library meeting rooms. And so that project was funded in the 22-23 New South Wales Public Library Infrastructure Grant. It's nearing completion. The aim is to actually deliver 3 new meeting rooms, significantly increasing the library's capacity to host programs, workshops and community gatherings. The design of the spaces prioritise flexibility, accessibility and comfort, ensuring they can be used for a wide range of purposes, including quiet study and tutoring sessions to larger group meetings and creative activities. The addition of these rooms responds directly to community feedback about the need for more shared spaces in casino. So that's just an extract of page 26 of the annual report, which is on page 62 of the attachments.
And I think sometimes people just think they don't realise what libraries do, but if you go to page 53, programs and events held, 1,010 and over 8,000 attendees. It's just a great resource for our community. Any other items? I'd also like to comment on the Sustainable Communities Annual Report. I think this is fantastic. What we've achieved there, there's over $700,000 in funding being sourced, and we've lowered our emissions. We've got a great connection with the community there, the schools and land care groups, and I just think this department has done a wonderful job. So could you also pass that on, our congratulations, and thank you for good effort for our community.
Yep, I'll certainly make sure that happens. Thanks.
Any other items, councillors? Councillor Morris, you right to reply?
Nothing, Mr Mayor.
I'll put that motion in. All those in favour? Carried. We now go to page 59. Questions on notice, there's nil. Are there any questions in writing for the next meeting? No. Now, councillors, you should have a bit of an attachment for the matters referred to closed council. It didn't come out in the full agenda. Item 22, matters referred to closed council. I need a motion to go into closed council.
Moved, Mr.
Seconder. Councillor Cornish. Mr General Manager, has there been any written submissions?
No,
Council should not go into closed council.
no, none received.
Are there any representations from the members of the public in the gallery? No. I'll move that motion and all those, put those motion, all those in favour? Carried. Thank you. Have a safe trip home, everyone. General Manager, could you read the resolutions of closed council, or ask a staff member to, please?
Yeah, over to you, Director Zeller.
In the item 22.1, tender VP 469888, Anderson Avenue Casino reconstruction. Resolved that 1, Council accepts the tender from Synergy Resource Management, which represents the best value for Council at $346,653.05 exclusive of GST. And 2, the General Manager be authorised to negotiate and finalise the terms and conditions of any contract or agreement in line with the content of this report and the available budget, and affixing the seal of Council where necessary. And in the item 22.2, industrial and rural zoned land acquisition, resolved that Council 1 authorises the General Manager to negotiate the purchase of the land generally in accordance with the details contained within this report, and 2, authorises the General Manager to endorse relevant documents, contracts and transfers, including affixing the seal of Council where appropriate, for the purchase of the land generally in accordance with the details contained in this report.
Thank you. That's the completion of the meeting. I'll declare it closed, and everyone please have a safe trip home. Weekend, Lyndall.